What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Zev Royce here. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe so y'all don't miss a single episode of House Money ENT Podcast. And remember, the house always wins. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Zev here.
Carl Fly.
And it's DENZ.
And we House Money Entertainment. So, it's the first episode of the podcast. We got a lot of topics for you all, you know what I'm saying, from sports, all types of entertainment. All right, let's start off with our first topic, man. What we got here?
Let's get straight to it.
We got a lot of things to talk about, a lot of things going on right now in the sports world. If I can get this. First topic of today is going to be free agency. A lot of moves been going on in free agency, so we don't want to start off at. We can talk about our teams or...
I don't want to talk about my team. My team is...
Crashouts.
I've been...
Crashouts.
Yeah, nah, I'm going to be honest. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to really talk about teams, man, I'm looking at the Chiefs. They rehiring, they resigning. I mean, I feel it, but it's no real major moves being made. I feel like the Chiefs need to go work on their defense. They need to work on the real shit that's going on. What caused us to lose the Super Bowl. We didn't play defense. Our offensive line, we need to step it up there. That's where our team needs to reevaluate things and put things together and into perspective. Because if that's not going into perspective, then what is the Chiefs really going to do? We're not going to get that. I need Pat Mahomes to catch up to Tom Brady. You feel me?
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I know that's a crazy topic.
Hey,
I know that's a crazy
personally,
topic.
I think that shit has kind of sailed, but it's never too late. Like
It's never
possible.
too late. I don't think he's going to get to the same level, but somewhere close to it.
He's still.
It's like
young.
LeBron and Jordan.
He's
It's
young.
like LeBron and Jordan. If we're going to talk about it like that, it's like LeBron and Jordan. LeBron is there, but he's not there where Jordan was. Pat Mahomes is there, but he's not there where Tom Brady is. Tom Brady is in this whole other echelon.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Another-
the only person that you can really manifest and visualize getting to that point
It's Pat Mahomes.
Pat
Still.
Mahomes, yeah.
He's the closest. I think what made that ship sail for me was that, and a lot of people forget this, that Tom Brady literally beat Pat Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
to get his seventh.
He did,
To
yeah.
get his
To get his
seventh.
seventh. So, it's like,
So with that being in perspective,
and now that he's retired, Pat Mahomes will never be able to beat him.
to beat him.
So
But actually, yeah, that's true. He won't be able to beat him.
I mean,
What,
but
didn't he beat him?
yeah.
I mean, that was the Super
That'd be
Bowl
like
though.
Super Bowl.
That was the biggest stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Super Bowl. Tom
So what? Didn't the Tampa and Kansas City run it back?
It was just once.
Oh well.
Y'all
well,
faced, the only
there's
team
that.
y'all faced multiple times in the Super Bowl was the 49ers. And
Yeah,
the Eagles.
Eagles and 49ers.
Two
So
teams.
that's fact. So
Well,
yeah.
I was gonna
So
say,
yeah, you're absolutely right.
It's a good testament to Pat Mahomes and the team and Andy Reid actually, where y'all struggled this. When I say y'all struggled this season, I mean like y'all had to fight for every win
And
still
respectfully,
made the Super Bowl.
as a real fan,
Mhm.
this wasn't even the record. The record may show that it's been a good season.
Yeah.
This wasn't the best season.
It wasn't.
Pat Mahomes played his
far from
worst.
it. Far
Pat
from it.
Mahomes played his worst season ever.
Yeah, it was.
And if I can be a real fan and analyze that from day one to whenever they finished at the Super Bowl, Pat Mahomes didn't play his best game.
Rex, how many passing yards did Pat Mahomes pass for last year?
I mean,
I'm just curious.
If I had to guess, I would say it was around like 3,000,
3,000
4,000.
mark. If it's over
It had-
4,000,
it had-
though, if it's over 4,000 and people still say that's a bad season, that guy is a bad dude. I mean, he
Yeah.
might be better than Brady if he had a bad season past 4,000.
Those.
Almost 4,000 yards.
So
what are we talking about here?
no. When you put that into perspective and think about how the game was played throughout the season, what was the biggest thing on the Chiefs' name? Oh,
The refs.
the refs. Oh, the refs is doing this. Oh, okay.
But it
Y'all,
wasn't
okay.
refs, though.
Hold on. Let me get to that point. Okay, it may have been the refs.
Yeah.
It may have been politics playing.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, did the politics play in their favor? No.
Not in the Super Bowl, it did.
At the Super Bowl, did the politics with the refs and all the antics that's going on, when the whole season, it was the Chiefs and the refs.
Yeah.
Did that play out in the Super Bowl? No, because the better team won, and the better team was the Eagles. Let's be real.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see.
So when it comes to the offseason, and I'm looking at my team, I'm thinking about everything that messed us up in the Super Bowl. What's gonna make us relevant the next season? Our fucking defense. And they're not making no defensive moves to say, okay, this is what we're doing here. This is what we're doing there. This is how we're doing this. No, everything is re-signed, or they're hiring a running back, or they Gardner Minshew. Whoa. I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Well, I'll say this about Gardner Minshew real quick.
He's a good backup. He's a good backup.
He's a solid backup.
But what the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
he's a solid backup, and you got to take this in consideration. There's no other quarterback that has played more games since Pat Mahomes has been in the league than Pat Mahomes.
Yeah,
because he's been in Super Bowl. So you have to anticipate injury.
Yeah,
and that's why it makes sense for them to get a quality backup that can keep them relevant and competitive. That's why that move was made.
I mean, respectfully, I respect the move.
But you're looking for the sexy moves.
I'm looking for the moves that's gonna make us
like a Davante Adams or
not even
but
a
y'all
receiver,
not a receiver, but like a hot name.
Lyman and Tooney, and the thing is, replacing him is gonna be hard.
They try to replace him with the dude from San Francisco.
Yeah,
they just got an offensive line from San Francisco.
Who you guys? I'm just saying, like if you go into the draft with this mindset that you got to replace veterans with veterans, you look, as a Commanders fan, you don't want to do that.
Yeah,
you don't want to replace.
But see, if we're gonna talk.
Keep going. My bad. Keep going, because I'm not trying to disrespect you. You just spit for a minute. Go ahead.
No. Like, Commanders fans, Redskins fans. I mean, I don't even know if I can say that.
Yeah, right.
Hey.
You can say Redskins fans.
The Washington,
Redskins
the football team that's in Washington, right? Commanders.
Yeah.
The fans of the team, they have endured the worst drafts we have ever seen in the NFL. I mean, like, we could go back to Ron Rivera's first season. Bro, we drafted Emmanuel Forbes, who's cut. Jamin Davis, who's cut. Bro, like, it wasn't his first season. It was like his third season of Ron Rivera. But we don't have anybody that he drafted. Ron Rivera, that last season he was there. Anybody he drafted,
there's
they're
nobody
gone.
there. Yeah, they're all
gone.
there.
So how you have bad drafts, right, is basically you tell yourself, okay, we have a veteran, he's leaving. So we wanna replace him with the talent that is equal or at least like close to what is going to be in a couple years, right? Now, for a bunch of years, we'd have really poor drafts and then replace veterans that left our team with veterans. That's how we ended up in the Albert Hainsworth situation. You remember that back in the day? Where we just been paying. I think we're still paying him.
Paying for people that didn't do nothing for the team.
Nothing. He played, I think,
this is coming from a former Commanders fan. You know what I'm saying? I can say that proudly.
You switched teams.
You know careful saying that on the internet.
This guy is a traitor.
I could be. You know what? As a man, respectfully, I can take that.
Yeah.
I can take that. People coming to me every day. People coming. I take the criticism that come with that. But you know why? Because I wanted to represent what I was known for representing from the time that I was a Redskins fan to the time that I was a Chiefs fan. It was always them two that I represented because you know why? Indian Chief, Redskin Chief. It's the same thing. There was two teams in different lanes.
So how you feel about Florida State?
Let's stay on topic.
No, I'm saying. It's the same thing.
No, listen.
What are you gonna say? Let's say.
It's the same thing. That's why.
Hold on. One mic. Listen. All right. Let's stay on topic. Free agency, right? One thing I can say is, out of all three of us sitting here, I'm a Cowboys fan. Carl, you're a Chiefs fan.
Hey,
you're a Commanders fan. Y'all have had the best offseason out of
every team. That is facts.
Don't even get me started on the Cowboys. I mean,
let's talk about let's get started.
I can get started. As far as the moves we've made, so we restructured CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott's contracts. Mind you, we just paid them last season.
Yeah,
you did.
Or last offseason, right?
Last offseason,
so
y'all did pay them.
Fast forward to now, we're having to restructure their contracts already. So I think I want to say we freed up like 60 mil, 80 mil.
That's not bad.
I mean, it's not bad, right? That's good for cap space.
It's not bad, right? But let me break it down. Jerry Jones Jerry Jones' idea of a good off season is just filling in holes with a bunch of former first round draft
Yeah,
picks.
like
And I've noticed, every time news breaks about us signing someone, it's always it was this such and such was a former first round draft pick.
Yeah,
Well, this
something
is
like that.
this is
former bullshit.
that's how they get y'all, and that's why I say Cowboys fans, y'all need to really put your thinking caps on and
as
stop
a-
falling for stop drinking the Kool-Aid, stop falling for the bull.
Definitely stop drinking the
sipping the
Kool-Aid.
drink.
Stop drinking the
Nah,
Kool-Aid, man.
as somebody
Because my thing is, if they were as good as Jerry Jones wants to sell them as, they wouldn't be getting traded for 5th round picks. And mind you, there's a lot of, well, not a lot, but there's some good players that have gotten traded for such picks, right? But there's a lot of players that we picked up that are on their 3rd or 4th team.
Yeah,
That's not enough to sell me that you want to win.
Yeah.
And that's why I've jumped off the bandwagon of, how the typical Cowboys fan, every year is, we're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to do this. No, until I see we pick up some quality names, and I know, like, that's not how it works. You're not always going to, like, it's not all about picking up the quality names, the sexy names, but that does play a part, and I have the privilege of being in the same division of the Eagles, right? They've probably had the best off seasons the past 3-4 years
because they built their team.
and I see the blueprint, right?
Crazy, man.
We're literally doing the opposite, and that's why I'm like I'm just not gonna fall for it. I'm gonna see how things go. You never know. We could turn around and make the playoffs. Cool, but
this would have been
I'm
a
over
good
that.
point to bring up where DeMarcus Lawrence and
Micah Parsons is the type of player, right, where every single time he has his podcast. Every time he jumps out of that lane, you know what I'm saying? He likes jumping back like the football side, and one day he's a pundit, and the next he's a media character, right?
Right.
He inserts himself into everything NFL. I can't tell if I respect it or just hate it, because as a Cowboys fan, right? How was it that, like, y'all, how many games y'all won this year?
It's
5
crazy
games,
because I
6
almost forgot. It
I
was
don't even know.
like 7 or 8 at most.
I think it was like just under 500, right? Let's just go with that. Or just under 500, right?
Yeah.
Just under 500 team. Your star defensive player is on podcast talking about, oh yeah, I'd play for the Commanders. Oh yeah, CJ Stroud, he's a good QB. Oh yeah, So when you have all those little platitudes and stuff, like, they're not working. And you can look at the NFL right now. Who, like, CJ Stroud, where's he at? He was in Cancun in December.
Yeah.
Who else? Micah. He was in Cancun in November. Whoever has these podcasts, bro. Amon St. Brown. What's Amon St. Brown?
Yeah.
He has a podcast. He was on his podcast talking shit about the Commanders matchup, bro. We came out there, we blew the lights out of that stadium, bro. And ghost town quiet after that, bro. Shit's crazy. So at the end of the day, I just think, like, Micah Parsons and whoever's involved, bro, like, it's just like NFL. It's kind of getting like wrestling. It's kind of getting like the NBA. But I don't know if I like this whole back and forth beat. What do you think? Like, do you respect people like Micah in football?
No.
I'd rather have that in basketball than football.
I'm gonna let Greg get his shit
Let
off.
me touch on it, man, because
I'm gonna let you get your shit off. You got
I respect Michael Parsons as a competitor. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And I honestly respect him as a man because he speak on shit and he don't hold his tongue and he say how he feel. I respect that part. And he has a voice and he uses his voice. But my only problem is if you're not producing on that field, you know what I'm saying? You could talk all you want, but you got to walk the walk too. If your team is home in November, if you're not making no Super Bowls, you barely winning playoffs and shit, bro. I don't want to hear shit about no fucking podcast or none of that shit.
Real quick. How do you feel about DEEBO going to the Commanders?
Yeah, ask the Commander fan. How you feel about the Commanders? I hate it.
Look. Yeah, you should hate it.
I hate it.
I'll put it this way, right? The NFL's on notice right now.
Yeah.
NFL's on. It means we can get anybody we want. That's the first time it's ever happened with this team, bro. It's kind of crazy how bro can just pick up the phone. Yo, DEEBO, you want to come play? Yeah, I want to play with JD and them. Why not? Sign. That's crazy. I have never seen that. So how I feel about it, bro, it's a new chapter. It's like a whole new team. Like I can't explain it, but you know how I mean I don't want to gaslight us, but like I imagine this is probably how the Chiefs fan like felt like when you went like that jump from like Alex Smith to Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
That's how it's starting to feel.
But,
like yeah.
But to go back to the Micah Parsons and the Marcus Lawrence shit. As a Cowboys fan, you know, I didn't watch this man from in our friendship to now. He's been loyal, so he knows the flaws and cracks.
What are you talking about, Zeb?
Yeah, I'm talking about Zeb. He knows the flaws and cracks that come with Dallas. So when DeMarcus Lawrence was having that interview when he was in Seattle, and the dude asked him how he felt about, you know, being on a new team, he was like, you know what I'm saying, I'm glad I got off a team that's not going to win no Super Bowls. Mind you, DeMarcus Lawrence been with Dallas for a while.
A long
11 years.
For a while. So if you have 11 years into a team,
he got pedigree to say.
So if you have 11 years into a team, to know how a team operates, you know what their mind is. He knew that their mind wasn't on Super Bowls. It was just about the status of being America's team.
Right.
So he was glad to leave. That's why he said what he said.
Right.
This my thing about Micah, man. Like he gonna say the right things. You know what I'm saying? Because he want to get paid. But deep down, he know more than DeMarcus. He know just as much as DeMarcus Lawrence. Jerry Jones ain't trying to win no Super Bowl.
So to add on to Micah Parsons, I didn't mean to cut you off. To add on to Micah Parsons, the only thing, my problem with him is that
he need to get the fuck off Twitter.
It's the social media shit. I understand that you want to have the podcast. You know what I'm saying? What we doing right now? We got the podcast. But the difference between me and him is that he played the sport. We watching the sport. We analyzing the sport. You can analyze the sport as being a competitor, you being somebody that's in the game, so you're a little bit more knowledgeable. But when it comes down to it, every time that you come to the mic and you're speaking on something, it's gonna get criticized. It's gonna be analyzed. It's gonna be looked at a different perspective because you're a person that's in the game.
And your teammates.
So your teammates hear you talking to this dude or talking about this dude or saying, "Oh, I wish I was with the Eagles," or saying some little goofy shit on the podcast because you want clicks. That's not gonna make it look good for your team.
Facts. Like if you on a football team,
I fuck with Michael Parsons as a player, but as a person that's trying to feed to the social media aspect, that's not the move.
It's not.
It's not the move because that hurts your brand. Right. That hurts your character.
No. It helps his brand.
It helps his brand, but it hurts him in the same sense because if you don't show up.
No. If you kind of think about it, it helps the Cowboys brand because they have a takeaway from a bad season. But that what that does is prevents you from having the season people respect that play the sport. You gotta win games.
You better move on.
Respectfully, that is true. But if you're thinking from the aspect where this is a guy that is on the team and he's trying to brag and boast about certain things and your team is not getting the job done, how can you hold that weight?
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
One question for you.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to Carl. Carl, one question for you. How do you feel about the Xavier Worthy catching that case?
Oh, we're going to get to that.
Oh, that's actually
get to that.
Oh, no.
That's later on. That's
what we'll do.
Hold on. That's what
we'll do. We got some topics we gotta go over. Let them
no.
to the next topic.
I'll say this. Since he brought it up, we can skip to that.
We'll skip to
I
that.
got
All right. No. I'm glad you.
I got another question for my boy
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Mm-hmm.
I know y'all just got DEEBO and everything, right?
Yeah.
Do you think the Commanders will make him stay healthy throughout the season?
That's
an amazing question. That is an amazing question.
You know what I think? I'm gonna give you a real answer, right?
I'm gonna give you a backbone off of that.
We had I don't know what it is about Washington, but season before last, we used to have a bad injury bug when it came to the skill positions, right? Running back, receiver, So as far as like healthiness, right? I think the problem prior to us being good is Washington's staff all over the place was garbage. I feel like they just got guys off the streets.
At the time,
See, I feel like y'all offensive coordinator, you know what I'm saying? It could be work done with y'all offensive line, but it's y'all.
You gotta build it. Yeah.
Y'all gotta build up.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
That's what I'm asking you right now.
Mhm.
Do you think DEEBO will actually stay healthy in that environment?
I think my answer is yes.
that's,
Here's why I'm gonna say yes
that's
because
a good one. That's a
the
good
coaching
one.
staff completely different, and also
You know what
on top
I'm
of what
on,
you said,
Gabe?
Cliff, the type of offense that he's running, right? So DEEBO came over from Shanahan's offense, right?
No, that's my
Where
thing.
they running that like heavy wide, whatever that crap is.
You
We
know,
don't do that
yeah,
over
I know
here.
what you're talking about.
Cliff is living in the 21st century, so he gonna have DEEBO out wide. You're gonna have him out slot.
Mhm.
You're gonna have him like secondary back.
Especially slot. DEEBO is mean at the slot.
He's a slot
So
player.
so to add on to what he said about the healthy thing,
Mhm.
I think DEEBO going into this new role,
Mhm.
he's going to want to be healthy.
He is, yeah.
Because he was upset and
He kind of has a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, he
too.
got a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
So when he goes to Commanders, he's on some like, okay, what can I do to make myself look more presentable? Because remember when they had the other Samuels?
That's
Chris Samuels.
Chris Samuel. He would get him every day. He had a groin injury.
Oh no!
for
So
like
remember when
2
they had
years.
Chris Samuels, right?
It was crazy. I was like, "What is bro doing?"
That
with
was
his groin,
he was like on some DEEBO Samuels type time.
Yeah.
For the I say Redskins Commanders, he was on some DEEBO Samuels type time. So now that they actually got DEEBO Samuels, a person that is effective out of the backfield in the slot position, that is a big move for the Commanders. But the only thing, like he said, what is he going to do if he can stay healthy? Because if he's healthy, he's a beast.
Yeah, he is a beast. He's phenomenal.
That's a second for Scary Terry. That's a second for Scary Terry. He need that.
All right, let's keep
They on
it.
bullshit.
Hey, let me just say this. Well, and we're gonna edit this. Zoom in on my face. We don't care about the New York Jets. Nobody ever has. Nobody ever will. There are 2 teams in New York for a reason. And probably the reason why Joe Namath is your Hall of Famer, the only notable Jets player probably since who's a defensive tackle, the old ass guy that my dad be talking about him. It doesn't matter because he's like 90 years old right now,
Shout out to the
probably,
Jets,
R.I.P.
Fucking
But
Lawrence Taylor or
I'm gonna
something.
tell you this: Aaron Rodgers coming to the Jets is the best thing that happens to the Jets in years, and the fact that he's gone, I'm just letting Jets fans know right now, we not looking out for you. When the Monday night games come on, we'll be watching. I'm just telling you
put the Jets
personally.
on Monday night.
Do not put the Jets on Monday night.
I fuck with the Jets on currency vibe, but fuck the Jets on the football vibe.
All right, next.
How many times they done put us on Monday night?
But y'all, I like watching y'all though, and y'all almost took out the Eagles, so that's respect. The Rams. We talking about Los Angeles Rams.
So,
If y'all didn't know, Rex is a Rams fan. He's a diehard Rams fan, born and raised Rams fan. So, you know what I'm saying?
One of our producers in the background.
yeah,
He's
one
a
of
Rams fan.
the producers. He's a Rams fan. Hey, shout out to the Rams on some real shit because they got Davante Adams. They got Pacheco.
Wait, what?
Not Pacheco. I'm tripping.
I was like, bro, what?
I'm tripping. Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
Talk about Davante Adams because that was one of our topics.
Yeah. Okay.
So Rams got Davante Adams. I mean, we want me to say I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm mad because we didn't get it.
I ain't gonna cap. I'm not gonna cap. The only reason why I bought Seattle because I thought y'all was about to get Cooper Kupp.
What do you want?
Yeah, but
That's all. No. The only reason why I bought a Cooper Kupp, going to Seattle because I thought he was about to go to the Cowboys.
Nah.
No.
I was going to leave
Because
I heard as much as you did, but guess what?
Because it was rumbling.
I know better.
You know what I'm talking about.
But I know better. No, I'm not saying you wrong for thinking that. You're supposed to think that. You're not a Cowboys fan, so you're not paying attention.
Yeah, I'm not.
How we move. Listen.
That's the only reason I said that.
We our name gets attached to almost every single free agent, right? Especially the big ones. I know better by now. We're not getting them. If we was gonna get them, we would have got them immediately. Jerry Jones.
just about to say,
Jerry Jones is more worried about headlines.
I don't think y'all ever.
What you say last night?
He's
Jerry
more
Jones making calls to the Jamies.
who's coming.
Yeah.
If he has someone
It's crazy.
coming there, it is gonna make headlines.
Jerry Jones.
It's gonna make headlines.
Jerry Jones
But
legitimately
he's not gonna get them.
is up in the middle
That
of the
nigga's
night
the Vince McMahon of
Literally.
the NFL.
every day. He's up in the middle of the night every night in his jammies, making calls.
Hey, brother,
That should be something.
do you want to come play for us, brother? You know, hey, you know what I'm saying? I seen your vertical.
But back
Hey, your dick's
All right,
size.
back to the script.
back to Rams and Davante Adams.
It's crazy, right?
I'm actually happy for the Rams because a lot of people were like, "Oh, we're writing y'all off at the beginning of last year."
Yeah,
And
they
then
were gone.
and then another thing.
I did.
Hold on. Another thing is, it's pretty much the writing's on the wall that Cooper Kupp, unless something happened today, that he's not going to be with y'all.
Yeah.
Getting Davante Adams.
Cooper Kupp's still with us.
No, he's not.
No,
He's
you
not.
lied.
He's in Seattle.
Oh, yeah, he-
Oh,
okay,
I'm
okay.
not hit. That's why I said I
That's
shut the fuck up.
That's why I said what I said
So,
earlier.
but listen, but listen.
Sam Bradford, and Cooper Kupp are in Seattle right now.
Okay, so
Ah!
listen about.
I not seen that. Oh, I'm off this.
From
I'm
the
off
Vikings.
internet. Okay.
But
let's-
about that.
Sam Darnold.
Sam
What about
Darnold.
that? Yeah,
Sam Darnold.
what you
Sam
saying? That?
Sam Darnold. Sorry
About that, in my opinion, Davante Adams at this point can be considered an upgrade over Cooper Kupp. Let it be a hot take.
Hot take.
Let it be a hot take.
Denzel.
All right. First of all,
I got no opinion. I just seen some games. I have otherwise. But Denzel, go ahead.
I'm sorry for the
But no,
question.
before you do, are y'all saying? Can we acknowledge that at one point Davante Adams was better than Cooper Kupp at least?
Yeah, I can say that.
Even
yeah.
if you don't think that he is now.
That's facts. No,
So
can say
so
that.
what makes Cooper Kupp a better option than Davante Adams right now currently?
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Cooper Kupp had a Super Bowl.
Go ahead. Say your shit.
He,
You got a minute right now.
Okay,
Go ahead.
he got a Super Bowl ring.
Let me cut up.
He had a ring
I'm timing
does.
this right
Yeah,
now.
yes,
over the Rams.
I'm timing this
Yeah,
right
bring it
now.
on.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm timing this right now. You got a minute. Go ahead.
Wait. Maybe he doesn't.
No. Hold on.
he has a Super Bowl ring. They
So-
won it. They
so-
won it.
They,
so-
was that his rookie year?
So
If not the
They
second
won-
year.
Time
Cooper
out.
Kupp wasn't with the Rams in his
Bro,
rookie year.
we just looked
Well,
this
maybe-
up not too long ago.
No,
maybe-
he was with. Bro,
Who's he with?
Hold
He was
on.
with
Hold on.
Carolina.
Well, that's
You're right.
He was
Okay.
with Carolina.
But
Cooper
okay.
Kupp?
So that
yeah, he
first
started with
season.
Carolina.
That first season.
he was with Carol. No,
Wait, no. You're
My
thinking
phone
about.
died.
You're thinking about.
Cooper Kupp
Cleveland.
started with
No.
You're thinking about
McCaffrey and Cooper Kupp was on the same team.
look it up, Rex.
I don't know if that's. He might be right, but I
Cooper
don't know.
Kupp got drafted
I'm
by the
pretty sure he got
Rams.
drafted by the Rams though, because
Yes.
2017.
he won his rookie
Yeah.
year. Yeah. The 2017 was when y'all won, right?
No, 2020.
2018, right?
No.
2020.
Give me a second. My bad.
Either 2020 or 2022.
2021.
So where was Cooper Kupp before he just got traded? No.
I don't know.
The Rams.
Rams. He's
He
always
went
been
to
with the
Seahawks.
Rams.
Yeah, he started with the Rams in 2017.
Yeah.
Yep. And
They
y'all
drafted him.
won y'all ring in
He stayed there.
2020.
We won our
Oh,
joint.
the only reason you know why I'm tripping?
Yeah.
Because the team name changed.
Too slow, right?
Who?
Because St. Louis Rams before they changed to
Yeah, maybe that's probably what it is. Yeah.
2021.
2021. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember,
He has a
I remember
ring.
when
For 3 years.
We went to
So
Los Angeles.
that's on
I
me,
don't remember who
y'all.
it was, but niggas
No,
was
you
like,
good.
it's all good, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody was like,
It's-
oh,
it's
y'all
what
went
it
to
is.
LA.
Hey,
And I was like,
hey,
what
hey.
that got to do with
That's what it's about.
our
Nah,
team,
but
you know what I mean?
So back to the topic.
One
Yeah,
mic,
let's get back
one
to-
mic, one mic.
Your reasoning for Cooper Kupp being better,
I didn't
a better option than Davante Adams because he had a ring.
Cook.
Go ahead.
I didn't get
No,
to
no,
cook.
no,
15
I'm
seconds
getting you
in.
Let me time this. Let me time this.
I'm getting you back on
Yeah, we get
on
back on
track.
perspective. Yeah.
That's what you said.
You
So
got 1 minute to say your point.
yeah,
Now.
go ahead.
All right, so first of all, like I know a lot of people watch for the first time. I'm a real dude. I call a duck, a beaver, beaver. You know what I'm saying? But Cooper Kupp is the legitimate, stereotypical slot wide receiver. This man has incredible hands, incredible change of speed, incredible cutting. Right?
That's true.
Davante Adams, that's a whole different type of player. But if you're asking me who adds more value to your team, it's Cooper Kupp because guess what? You can't throw to Davante Adams on third down. And I'll tell you why. Somebody's going to be there covering, right? Cooper Kupp. Who is covering Cooper Kupp in the NFL? Name me one slot cornerback that's covering Cooper Kupp, toe-to-toe, locking him up. Because the reason why we even know about who Cooper Kupp is because bro is almost unguardable.
Yeah.
I'm not even lying to you.
That's
If you put
facts.
the tape on,
He had some games where he slipping.
Hold on, hold on, hold on,
Right.
hold on, hold on.
He got
No,
he got
Greg.
5 seconds.
now Devontae's release is crazy. But
No, no, no,
out
no,
of the
no,
slot,
Greg is on you.
Cooper Cup's
Greg
way
is
better.
When?
Time.
Greg is on you.
When the hell, besides currently, has Davante Adams ever been coverable? What are we talking about? Who are you saying Cooper
right.
Kupp
Where
was
was he?
more uncoverable in their primes?
Where was he at? Where was Devontae at before the Jets?
Green Bay.
No.
No, he
He
wasn't.
was on Raiders.
No, no, you
Raiders.
Raiders.
And he was getting shut down on the
I
Raiders.
forgot you
he
said
was
the
getting-
Jets.
They have a
was spanking
documentary on
him-
Netflix.
spanking him on the
and this
Raiders.
man
They
was
was-
crying.
Who specifically covered him that was spanking him down?
All the receiver, all the cornerbacks
Bro, was it like
that's guarding him.
majority of them?
Niggas got
Majority.
paid from him. They got
All right,
paid
hold
from him.
on. I'll give you a statistic right here. Devontae Adams was on Oakland, lost to a team,
Who was his
went
quarterback?
to the hold on, no,
I
let
don't
me
even
finish.
Go ahead.
Let me
I know.
finish. Devontae Adams was
Gardner
on
Minshew?
Oakland. Devontae Adams was on Oakland, lost to a team.
Hold on. Don't say.
No,
I got you. I'm about to cook.
Lost to a team. This is last season. He went to the next team and lost to the same team in the same year.
Was that last season?
That was last
His
season.
last
He was
season.
with
Yeah.
them 2022 to
He's
2024.
with-
He was with the Jets.
He just got to the Jets.
Yeah, he got to the
this
Jets.
year.
They traded him to the Jets.
Yeah.
So
Oh, mid-season. 'cause
yeah,
Yeah,
so he was with Oakland. They lost to a team. He went to the next team. Lost to the same team right after he got to the next team.
That
What
is
team that
facts.
was?
I don't want to say Kansas City,
Let me just say this.
but it might have been the Steelers.
Let him finish.
It might have been the Steelers. But to go back to what you were saying about the Cooper Kupp Devontae Adams argument, yeah, Devontae Adams lines up on paper, and Cooper Kupp might have that Super Bowl. But if we're going to project to the last season, neither one of them hold up to any receiver that is hot.
Well,
Like,
Cooper Kupp
Nah,
was hurt
Cooper Kupp don't-
a
Cooper
lot
Kupp-
last season.
So
Cooper Kupp
that-
was hurt. Oh, that's one. All right. So if you want to put that in perspective, Cooper Kupp was hurt. Devontae Adams wasn't. He didn't do shit.
Is Aaron Rodgers his quarterback?
Cooper Kupp was hurt. He didn't do shit.
So
So next
go ahead.
season, next season coming up,
we'll
it's
have
going to
a clearer
determine that
picture.
if that is that.
But
is
I would
All
say-
right, Zev, you could.
Yeah, thank you. Because this is crazy. Like,
We gotta move on after this.
yeah, for sure. But I was just gonna say, we can't put all of that on them. Cooper Kupp was injured. That's on him. But Devontae Adams, what was his quarterback?
his
Derek fucking Carr. Are you serious?
Our Derek Carr after
Are you
Raiders.
serious?
So when he got to Jets, his quarterback was his
Aiden
boyfriend.
McConnell.
Aaron
His
Rodgers was
boyfriend,
hurt.
Aaron Rodgers.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
For the most part, when Aaron Rodgers,
That's a
Aaron
bad QB.
when Aaron Rodgers first got there,
He
he
got
wanted
hurt.
Devontae Adams
But
there.
last year-
they did not connect in no plays when Aaron Rodgers was healthy before he got hurt again.
Because it wasn't the same.
Because it's goofy. Devontae Adams ain't shit.
No, but
I wouldn't say that.
Zev,
We'll see. We'll
Zev,
see.
We'll see.
Zev, you
All
telling
right,
me?
Go ahead. Take your
Last
last chance and we move
Last
on.
question. You're telling me if you made an 11 right now, you're gonna bring on to the field for a Super Bowl, right? You're telling me if you had to pick between, well, then they play two different like wide receiver positions, but if you had to pick one, you're telling me you pick Devontae right now over Cooper Kupp right now.
For sure. Because Cooper Kupp is injury prone.
That's a good point. That's a good point. But Devontae Adams is cold game prone. I mean, like there's been didn't he have like he had like one of the longest.
The
stretches, I
difference
think.
is availability. And my thing
Yeah.
is if we get a full year of Devontae Adams with a quarterback, and like they have a full off season to where they can get
Yeah.
Let's see then.
All right.
All right. Next
Let's move on.
subject.
Yeah.
Next subject is Shedeur Sanders.
Woo!
Right?
That's a subject right there.
I'm really not well versed in that, so y'all gonna have to
I'm
speak on
ready
that,
for
and
this
I'll
I'm ready
keep
for
my
this too.
two
Yeah.
cents.
What we're going to touch on is how do we feel about a lot of the flack that he's been getting?
Mm-hmm.
So what is the fact that he's been getting? Y'all gotta
So
keep
you
me
wanna
up to
explain
speed.
for
I gotta
Carl?
say,
So
keep me up
pretty
to
much
speed.
Like-
it's about like
His dad.
the typical. I mean that's the reasoning, but it's the typical. Oh, he's cocky, he's full of himself.
Yeah.
Who's his dad?
This, that, and the third.
Who's
right?
his dad?
People kind of like overlooking.
All right,
that.
so you know why they overlooking that? Look at the times we in.
They're not
He's
overlooking.
black. That's why he's overlooking.
No.
They're not. They're not
no,
overlooking.
I'm not
no,
trying to
no.
get political, but
No,
Look at the times we in.
They're not overlooking it though. That's their main focus. Is that's his father.
No, yeah. So when they look at that, because he does what his father does. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna criticize him in every angle because, excuse me, it's where he's at.
Yeah.
Can I be 100% transparent?
Mm-hmm.
Let me start off by saying this.
Mhm.
I love all people, white, black, brown, whatever. But let's be honest, and I'm going to take a leap right here. But let's be honest.
Careful, big fella.
No. Listen.
No,
Let's be honest.
He gonna keep it aboard.
Y'all motherfuckers are mad.
Yeah.
It's them same old white
Same
racist
guy.
motherfuckers that hated his father.
Yup.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yup.
It's them same people.
Talk your shit, bro.
And that's
That's
facts.
all
And
it
that's
is.
facts.
Wait, no.
And that's facts. And that's facts.
Go ahead.
No,
Say your
they're
shit.
gonna get the shit off.
That's pretty much
facts.
hard to say, and
That's facts.
they need to get over it, man. Because at the end of the day, no matter what Deion has done, he's been successful at it. Period, bro. Nothing but successful. I mean, let's take race out of it. He's a young, talented athlete,
Young man.
man.
He's a young, talented young man.
He has never gotten in trouble
All right, but
at all.
for the
No.
For the sake of the show,
Let him go. Let him
Go
go.
ahead.
I'm gonna
He's
play
never.
devil's advocate about something.
Go ahead.
I hate even using that word. It's like a white person word.
Yeah.
No, it's just a word.
But right. The thing is though, right? So SHEDUER, he went to Colorado, right?
Mhm.
Came from what's it called? Jackson State with
And-
Travis.
And his dad has
his
coached
dad
him
and a
his
couple-
entire life.
couple like Jimmy Horn and all them stuff like that. They came over
I
there.
know that much.
Right.
I know that much.
So first year at Colorado, you get there, everybody's like, yo, hype. They're actually, people forget this. Before he even took the field, Colorado was preseason ranked. Preseason ranked.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
They were
You're absolutely
trash.
right.
Because in the season before, they only won 2 games. So
They were trash.
there is a hype factor.
So they already had a
that comes with it.
projection. They already had a projection.
So the expectations were already like right here, right?
Yeah, they was up here.
And I'll give you this. Props to Travis and SHEDUER for even trying to reach some expectations because
Yeah.
if we're going off the season before last, if you would have told me Travis Hunter would win the Heisman, I'd slap you.
Yeah.
If you would have told me
Respectfully.
SHEDUER came second in like the Maxwell Award or like the best like QB basically, that's like the award for the
slap
best QB, bro, I slap
Yeah.
the shit out of you, bro.
Smack the fuck
I
out of
slap
you.
the
Yeah.
fuck out of you because that's a 4-win QB.
That's big feats. Like
Exactly.
people don't understand. And we was talking about this at work. I'm glad y'all brought this up. We was talking about this at work. And he was like, my man was like, SHEDUER not gonna he's not gonna be drafted early. He's not gonna do this. I said, bruh, you gotta think about something. These teams are looking to build around the next talent that's coming up. Yeah, he may not go to a fucking team that's high in prosperity. He's gonna go to one of these low level teams because what they're gonna do is they want to build around him.
Mhm.
My honest opinion, I don't think it might happen, but if I'm being realistic, the Raiders are gonna pick him up.
If he
Because
falls,
if you got Pete Carroll there,
Mhm.
you got Geno Smith.
He actually wants to go there too.
Have Geno coach him up to show him what's going on. Even though Geno is not the fucking best quarterback in the fucking league.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Right.
But him being under
He's
Pete
a veteran,
Carroll,
yeah.
That's super
who's
veteran.
won a Super Bowl,
Yeah.
who's been a coach that has high level IQ,
Mhm.
why not go to a team that's gonna coach you up?
Mhm.
And then he can be that star for the Raiders that they're looking for. He can be that quarterback for the Raiders that they need because they need a rebrand.
A lot of people forget too. Pete Carroll got heavy pedigree in this game. He came to
Yes,
USC.
he revived
that
he's
USC
well-
program.
bruh.
He's the reason why we even know who Reggie Bush is.
Bruh,
Bruh,
that's
it's
what I'm saying.
crazy.
So
Yeah.
so if you
He's a
if you look
solid
at,
coach.
so
Yeah,
if you
he's a
so
fire
so if
coach,
you
yeah.
look at it from that aspect and you put those things in perspective,
He's a little old school now.
why
like
not
Curry,
have
but yeah.
why not have
But he seems like a
SHEDUER.
fun guy.
Sometimes
Like
the
I
old
play for
school
Pete
brings
Carroll.
shit that you
why not
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
SHEDUER go to a team that's gonna benefit him in the long run?
Like-
Because all they're gonna do is build around him. They're
Well-
not gonna build around Geno Smith. They're gonna build around SHEDUER.
Well, it's all about brand. Like
Yes,
that's
that's true.
what
But
him and his
with Tom
father.
Brady being that influence,
Mhm. Yeah, Tom Brady is in SHEDUER's ear. Actually, I was
That's
hearing
an
that a lot.
influence.
Yeah, and that's
That's an
kind of where the
influence.
cockiness is coming from. And crazy
it's
part is
influence. Because
a
he's
lot of people don't know this. Tom Brady loved these black QBs. He loved Lamar Jackson.
because he studied
He
them.
loves JD.
You know what it is?
He loves Pat Mahomes.
He loves Pat
You know what it
Mahomes.
is?
Like,
Is that it's bigger than race, and no matter
Yeah,
what
he don't-
somebody's
he not looking at
beliefs
race.
are, they start getting to a point of understanding that, bro, it's not about race. It's about you start connecting with people that actually show you how good they are.
Exactly.
People
Right.
still
Yeah.
look
What
at
impact?
color,
What impact
Yeah,
are
and
they
they
making?
understand that, like, no matter what it is, bro, the color don't got nothing to do with
It's
it.
about
How dedicated you really
Tom.
are.
Tom Brady is in love with football. So
Exactly.
well,
That's his whole life.
it's about skill, and it's about talent, and you know what I'm saying. Like it doesn't matter about like race is the last thing on Tom Brady's mind, bro. You talking about somebody that took Antonio Brown in.
Yeah.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
That
a
is
supporter.
crazy. He
Let's
did
not
come out
forget
as like a
that.
soft.
But again, we're not talking politics.
That
We're
was
not
the
talking
thing.
politics. We're not talking politics.
But if we're gonna be real here,
Not like it matters, but
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Yeah,
if
we're
we're gonna
not
be real
talking
here,
politics.
it doesn't matter. Guys.
politics
It does
don't
not matter.
politics don't
Not here.
determine.
We're
Not in the house. It does not matter. Okay.
In this house, in the house money entertainment, we're not going off of that.
As long as you come in with value and you're a good person,
We're going off of what your perspective is and how meaningful it might be to
But
what we
bottom
talking about.
Let's wrap
Go
it
back
up.
to
yeah,
that.
bottom line about the Sanders thing, you know, it's unfortunate because as a young, I'm gonna bring up race this time. Like as a young black man, it's not fair for him to get criticized like that. He's never got in trouble. Never got in trouble.
Never got in trouble for nothing. That's a good point.
Nah,
He's a
you
good
absolutely
kid.
Right.
He's a
You're
good
absolutely
kid.
Right.
Because like look at Kyron Lacey at LSU, the wide receiver at LSU.
Yeah.
He did like the hit and run, and basically like he got accused of a hit and run, and it tanked the draft stock. People are saying he's going day 2, but before the season started, people were saying that's the #1 wide receiver, like
All right.
above.
Can we be honest? I'm gonna say this real quick.
No, go ahead. Go
It
ahead.
just sucks that when we are in sports, because of us as people, we're the majority out of sports.
Yeah, we're
bro.
always majority.
And it's so crazy when we have one mistake, we get so
Yeah.
scrutinized.
Yeah.
Yet they don't have our backs as much as they have when we get a first round draft pick.
Yep.
Or when we go to the next league, bro. And that's
Yeah,
what
that's
the problem is, that they act like progression is a thing, but you're not.
On that spectrum, and you see how they do Shedeur. They want to base him off race. They want to base him off his color of his skin. They're not basing it off of his abilities. They're not basing it off of what he can bring to the table, because they see shit. You said, the man's never been in trouble. But when I'm looking at these corporations, they all want it to be white owned, white based, all whitewashed, because they know if a person of color is in effect, it's always going to alternate.
It'll affect their
The brand.
not the brand, but
It will affect
having
the
a black
thought process of how to move and do
having a
things.
black person in charge of things affects their power scale.
Oh yeah, it affects their
Because-
outlook
understand,
on like
because-
what they
because
can do.
because-
yeah, I
You know
know.
the influence.
Because
Yeah.
their mindset is them.
Mhm.
When we get in power, our mindset's going to be us more
Us.
so,
and
and that'll affect the
you're
process.
seeing
Fact,
it. You're
yeah.
seeing
But
it. But
it's just unfortunate, man. Like I said,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, Shedeur's gonna be fine.
Yeah, he's going.
His
Well,
dad,
gonna be
Can I just say
shout
this
out,
last-
shout out.
This last thing, let's
Yeah,
move on.
yeah.
Let's move on.
I know you think he's gonna be fine, but the
He'll be
reason why
fine.
I'm a little bit concerned, and this is probably a problem that's gonna carry over into like the next couple of seasons, because there's a lot of QBs in college that's black coming up and they nice, just as nice as Shedeur, if not better, right? This problem is not finished.
No.
They're gonna
course not.
keep
Of
coming
course not.
after.
Well,
They're
As
gonna
long
do
as
it.
he's Deion Sanders,
They're going to do it his whole
It's
career.
always-
It's
It's
always
gonna be a
gonna
it's gonna be a forever problem.
Look at-
they hate to see a black man.
Look at Bronny and LeBron.
Yeah.
It's
This
gonna
whole
be a-
entire
it's a
week is
forever
sports.
problem.
Bronny, LeBron, Stephen A. I'm
It's
like,
a
bro,
forever problem. It's a forever problem.
it's crazy. Look at Stephen A's another black man.
What's
And
next?
he's getting clout off of talking about another black man's kid
Told me.
who he done raised perfectly fine, perfectly well, not basically somewhat college educated, and then
So before we go to the next,
yeah.
stay on that.
I will-
No,
Go ahead, say you-
I'm
say
I'm
you-
gonna interject as a house money guy. I honestly think we can touch on that real quick before another subject.
Yeah.
Because that's current, and I've honestly been vocal about that recently. Now I understand the parties involved are all black, right? And
Stephen A.
and I do understand that.
You talking about Stephen A.
Yeah, and I do understand where LeBron's coming from as a father, because I'm a father. I don't have a son, but still, I understand how it
yeah, I
is.
understand.
You automatically want to defend your child,
Yeah,
right?
I understand where
But-
LeBron coming from.
But there's two things.
I
One,
understand where Stephen A. coming from too.
not even that. One, it's his job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2, he has not. He didn't say any. He didn't like
He didn't say
disrespect.
anything.
He didn't attack him
He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't
Yeah,
attack him
no,
personally.
Stephen
All
A.
he
didn't say
said. Listen. All he said was that LeBron rushed him into the league prematurely.
He
He,
did.
wasn't
I
ready.
agree
That's
with
true.
that.
Right?
That's
true.
true.
The numbers,
That's true.
the numbers,
That's
and the
true.
eye tests prove that.
Prove it.
This is the thing.
2
By-
games
by
in the G League,
LeBron-
bro. That's crazy.
By LeBron approaching
Lottery
Stephen
pick.
A. like that, you're literally feeding into what Stephen A. has said. No, it's not. It's not that. It's the fact that it's unprofessional, but it's more so that you're feeding into the idea that
You rushed him in.
not. It's like Bronny is an adult, right?
He can speak for himself.
He can speak for himself. Like, you have to separate yourself from that, bro. You have to let him be a man.
See,
If
Yeah,
not, all everybody's going to say is, "Oh, LeBron this, LeBron
stepping
that."
in. Yeah.
To detach from that, LeBron has to take a step back and let Bronny be a man. Let him speak for himself. Let him defend himself.
all right.
Just take a step back. That's all you have to
interject
do,
on What
man.
you saying?
But I don't fault LeBron a little bit for that, because it's like you get vulnerable as a parent.
All right, as a father, to
Yeah,
a son.
you have a son, so you
So as a father has a son. I understand why LeBron said what he said. I understand why LeBron did what he did. Because his son might not be academically trained to respond to that kind of conversation. He's still media trained. He's still trying to figure it out. So LeBron is going to speak on his behalf because he's defending his son.
Yeah.
And
That's like me defending King.
Yeah.
You know that. That's like me. If King do something, and people try to criticize him for that,
he's not in my.
he's not thinking about what's coming from that. Like Bronny.
It's
Bronny know his dad name is here.
It's just, as a parent, that takes
It's-
over
it's-
everything.
it's-
It's like
it's
I don't give a
it's
fuck
a-
what nobody
It's a
say
defense
or
mechanism.
think.
It's
This
a
is
defense
my
mechanism.
child. This
You
is how I'm going to
automatically-
react.
You automatically
So
going
I
to do
understand that.
That's like
he's not wrong.
That's like your daughter being in WNBA
Yeah.
and Leslie Sparks like, oh yeah, Kyra not really up to par because boom boom boom.
Yeah.
You as a father, you can be like, nah.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
my
gonna speak
daughter.
up. I'm gonna
Yeah, you go because you feel like, why are you no, and LeBron, I'm speaking. I'm not saying this is really valid. I'm speaking as a father, and I'm putting myself in LeBron's shoes.
Yeah.
LeBron is thinking like, oh, Stephen A. always had a gripe against me. He seen my son not performing well, so he gonna flush that energy towards him. So LeBron is automatically on defense mode, just like how KD be on defense mode.
But let me defend Stephen A. real quick.
But Stephen A's not wrong. I'm saying that as
we do need to like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let me defend Stephen A. real quick. I will say, as much outrageous things he says, he's always been respectable to LeBron.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah.
It got to a point where he got frustrated. He was like, I literally have to say all these things about his character before I criticize him, and that's not fair, because he feel like he can't do his job. So people need to get off their high horse about, like, we get LeBron's great, bro.
Right.
He's a great father. All these great things.
Yeah, but he's
not above. He's not
Yeah.
above criticism.
Yeah.
If he plays bad, he plays bad. If his son plays bad, his son plays bad. They're grown men. They're in the NBA. It's like
they got to take with the game.
This is how I would approach it, real quick, and then we can move on. I would if that was my son, or if it was my daughter, I'm not going to approach that person. I'm like, that's your opinion. I'm going to go to my child and be like, you hear what they're saying, right? Now go prove them wrong. Period. Use it as motivation. That's the Mamba way.
I'm gonna say this, and we're gonna move on. Think of it as this: we're literally doing a podcast right now, where y'all all have your opinion on these people. So imagine if these people came at you the same way. And specifically, what we're talking about is their children.
Yeah.
Because you have a connection to your children.
Exactly. Yeah.
And when you start hearing other people scrutinizing your children, like, I don't have children myself. I remember, like, it's maybe off topic, but it's not off topic. But I remember when niggas was trying to tell me when the second God of War came out, and they were talking about how Kratos was connecting to his son. And they were telling me I don't have that connection because I don't have children. I was like, bro, I don't. But I do have nieces and nephews and little cousins.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I have cousins that have kids, and I treat those kids like they're mine.
Right.
So for me personally, if someone came at his daughter, that's me. My nigga.
Yeah.
So like, but at the same time, I'm not about to approach Stephen A. Because the thing is again, that's their job.
their
They're
job.
not doing it from a personal level because there's many times that me and Carl, me and Zev done had conversations, me and Denzo done had conversations, and they're telling me, don't take it personal. You gotta understand, in this world, in the profession that you are in, you're gonna have people do their jobs. It's not personal, bro. And you got to move the fuck on. So in my defense, I don't know LeBron. If I ever met LeBron, I would never come at LeBron. I would give him his props. But you still gotta give that profession and understanding this person's doing their thing. Leave it the fuck alone, bro. Because your son is your son, and at the minute you're his daughter, his son, his son. You're gonna put them in the above, beyond.
The only thing,
but real quick, you still gotta understand it's not a personal thing. Unless somebody's doing some super extra fucking shit, you know what I mean? Like, keep it profession, keep it moving, bro. And say your 2 cents, and we gotta move on to the next topic.
Only thing I say to that.
No, it's long.
Only thing I say to that is that, some people react in the moment. So they can't really say what they would do. Yeah, I'm saying. LeBron was probably just acting in the moment.
Yeah, he's human. He's human.
We all human.
It happens.
We react in the moment every day.
Facts.
So
go ahead.
I was watching the reaction to that video, and I was like, bro, I'd react this way.
Yeah.
This is not an abnormal. And honestly, I'll say this: the media is kind of to blame for blowing this up too. And
That's
also, no, because the element of it is, bro, that's, if you think about this, right? That's a regular interaction.
Really?
Maybe not for like, and no disrespect, maybe not a regular interaction for like, say, like a white person or like but Black and Latino communities, bro. If you have a confrontation with like maybe someone like your loved one or someone ever, when you talk it out, bro, sometimes it gets explosive.
Yeah.
And the cameras was facing it, right? Stephen A has a calm demeanor because he's a professional. Yep. But LeBron's an athlete, bro. He just went in. He's sitting there. He posting up against guys for 60 minutes, bro. You tired?
He was heated.
Right. And think about it, right? You're that tired, so the first thing you think about when you're that tired is, let me come to bat for my son.
As soon as you see him, you think about your son.
Exactly.
It makes perfect sense, man.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, next topic we're gonna
Carl, get back here, bro.
He good. We're gonna touch on it. We're gonna touch on the Xavier Worthy crash out. The Xavier Worthy news. I don't know exactly what happened, but I know that he got in trouble with the law.
So I'll explain what happened, right? So what happened was he got into a domestic dispute with a relative to where basically they charged him with like assault and battery.
Right.
And what happened was, they did investigation and stuff, and they determined that it was kind of like two people at fault.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about my boy.
Yeah, Xavier Worthy, yeah.
Go ahead.
But what happened was, because, he's a football player, there's eyes on him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it can't go unsaid that this happens every fucking offseason with your team.
So I'll
Carl, what the fuck is going on?
Oh, listen, real quick. Let me just say this, because this is your topic, right? But let me just say this. We're not going to spend too much time on this topic, but I'm going to say my I will say this. I'm not about to sit up here and judge the man because I don't know the ins and out of the situation, and things happen. We can get one story. There's three stories, right? There's your side, the other person's side, and then there's the truth. We don't know the truth. At least I don't know the truth. So all I can say is I hope he's good. He gets back on the field. He's out of trouble, and a lot of these athletes need to start moving differently, bro. Like,
not even just athletes,
everybody, but especially athletes, right? Because they're young.
Because they're young.
They have a lot of money early on in their lives, and people take advantage of them. You know what I'm saying?
So if you didn't know, the case was dismissed.
Yeah, it was.
So, with that being said, Xavier Worthy needs to go into the next season watching his steps, watching his moves. He's young. He's coming up. He has potential. He has the ability to be a problem in this whole industry.
Yeah.
Of football.
He had a good performance in the
He had a good season.
Yeah, he had a great season,
Amazing season. So when we come down to the facts and breaking down to that, it's unfortunate that he had to go through that. That's a black man.
Can I say this though too?
Good.
There's an added element from the media to cover this stuff that I felt like kind of snowballed. Do y'all remember the Henry Ruggs accident where Henry Ruggs, he was a wide receiver, he played for the Raiders.
No, I'm
And
not talking about. Yeah.
bro, he was doing like 130, 140.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
something
Riggs.
like that
It's
on the
Henry
strip.
Riggs.
Henry Riggs,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know exactly. What you're
No,
talking
I
about.
think isn't it Henry Ruggs?
No, it's Riggs.
Riggs is Riggs.
I remember that.
Riggs, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so basically
I'll double check, but go ahead.
Yeah, so basically what happened was I felt like after that, it's kind of funny on some side thing. I have some friends that have a joke. It's real fucked up, but they call it Henry Ruggs Friday, which is
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Henry Ruggs the third. My bad.
I don't want to say what Henry Ruggs Friday, but basically you do exactly what Henry Ruggs did on Friday.
but to go back to what the topics is on as far as Xavier Worthy and what he's going through, I feel like now that was a lesson to get it early on, to go through that early on in your career, so that you don't have to do that
Do it again
later on in your career.
Right.
When you have a prominence, when you have a name, when you have things riding on you, when you have certain acolytes that hold you to a certain bar, that's where you don't want to make those mistakes. So as far as it happening now, I'm glad it happened now than later on, because
just hopefully he learned his lesson, you know.
and yeah, and if you don't, and I'll be the person to say this, and if you don't learn this lesson, you got to take what comes with that.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah, you know, we all hope he just, you know, everything works out. He stays out of trouble.
But yeah, nah, he.
I think he will, because Kansas City has he's still with y'all, right?
The fact that the fact that the case got dismissed,
It's quick too.
even with other players that had certain situations going on, the fact that their case get dismissed and they don't have to worry about the consequences coming from that, that is what we need right now.
Kyron Lacey one too got dismissed as well, so
that's what we need right now.
Yeah.
You got your okay. So next topic, we're gonna talk about this mock draft, right?
All right. So what's your mock?
What do you want to talk about?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm not really well diverse in
that's why
NCAA right now.
That's why I want to skip the combine.
How about this? Right?
So we'll touch back on that.
Hold on. One question.
What's up?
Since we on college, how do you feel about Alabama right now?
Like in general?
Yeah, in general.
Oh, with like a new coach, DeBoer? That nigga trash.
It's trash.
Yeah, he's trash. Do is for the fans that's watching this, what we can do is on our Twitter and on our Instagram, we're gonna post pictures, like screenshots of what our mock drafts are gonna be. So comment, and figure out, you know, who's got. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna have the best one.
What's the next topic?
You most likely will, but I'll be right there with you.
I'm gonna have the best one.
I'll be right there with you, my nigga.
So where we at now?
So we gonna transition from football to basketball. Let's talk about the Mavericks, man.
No.
How down bad they are. Go ahead. You got a question? Go ahead, man.
I know that's a big deal. What's up? Why the trade?
Bro,
that's what
that's
exactly what we about to talk about.
None of us know. None of us know.
That's exactly. Oh no. He don't. I'm glad. No. He brought up a good point. I'm glad you brought that up, because I just watched the interview today where the Mavericks owner he was talking about why they made the trade. The trade wasn't.
What was the trade? My bad. What was
it was Luka. It was Luka for
there's
Anthony
nothing.
Davis.
No.
Luka for what?
Anthony Davis.
Pause. Pause. Because it wasn't just Luka.
Yeah, it was like
It
conditional.
was more than one person.
Whoa.
You need to back it.
Whoa.
Calm down. Okay, it was Max.
Going straight up.
straight in.
All right. Reset.
It was Max Christie.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy DENZ. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe so y'all don't miss a single moment of us bringing the dopest and the illest content on the internet. And remember, house always wins.
AD for Luka, and I believe it was the was it the first round? I don't know.
Yeah, it was like a lottery pick. Like a conditional lottery pick. Yeah.
Damn,
You can't explain
So
it, man.
I was reading up on this, right?
I'm I'm gonna pause the audio.
there's two theories out there, and both of them kind of hit, right? Both of them
Pause
got
the
hit.
audio.
But the first one is the one I don't really understand why they would trade him. Why they just not ride it out.
I'm gonna pause the
They said
audio.
that Luka showed up to camp after the finals, like almost like 30 pounds
So-
overweight, and that they had to spend extra time conditioning him to put him back into weight. And part of the reason why he kept getting out of weight, and y'all might maybe have seen it, but during the finals, y'all see that clip of him drinking a beer and the dude took it away. So they said that that was the GM. Yes, thank you. That was the GM. So the GM already didn't he had it out against Luka from day one. Now keep in mind that GM, I think they brought him on like year before last, right? So basically when they did that, I'm pretty sure the guy came in there. He's like, "Oh, y'all got Luka, cool." But he's the type of guy. He's probably not that much of a basketball guy. He's probably just like, Luka, okay. And y'all pretty much, I mean, they got him contracted up. They got him. Where was he gonna go? Where is Luka's ceiling at, right? So they just said, okay, you know what? We're gonna show you your ceiling, so that way we don't struggle to try to trade you away later on. Because if you're not gonna take your conditioning careful and you're gonna come this every season out of shape, bro, you're gonna tear apart your game.
Can I say?
But that's not true. The guy's game is still incredible.
Let me say
He's one of the highest scorers in the game.
In the game,
I
yeah.
would say that delivered.
But to your point though, here's the thing. He's still a professional athlete.
Yeah.
He's supposed to have the mentality to basically take
But
them
that's
out,
what I said at
keep
first. Did I
moving.
not? I said
Because that's the
what-
demand of
your
the job. A lot of people would love his position. I'll say that, right? A lot of people love his position where you can just be like, you know what? I get to go from, Dallas, Texas to, LA. Yeah, why not? Why are you crying about it? If you start crying about I didn't want to come here, bro, shut up. You're a Serbian that came from came to the US, come play basketball, and now you're living in LA 6 years later, bro. Do not do no complaining. So
my fault to cut you off.
Mhm.
I don't mean to get all into that,
Mhm.
but Luka was kind of hurt because he didn't know about the trade.
he didn't know about it.
Yeah.
You're right.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, he
And
did.
he just bought a mansion.
He bought a house.
I
Yeah,
don't know if it was $5 million or $15 million. I know it was in the
it
$5
was like
million.
In Dallas,
it was
yeah.
fat.
Yeah, it was
He
in
just bought
Dallas.
that
He bought a
shit.
couple
He just
days.
bought it, so
Yeah,
Millions a lot.
how is he supposed to cope with that? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
right.
how is he
And that's an
supposed to-
investment. It's not like you can have a quick turnaround on a $15 million house or a $5 million.
I mean,
house.
think about it this
Yeah,
way.
so-
This somebody that the Dallas they get
They put all their chips in.
yeah Dirk
Kyrie's there because of him.
Dirk
So,
passed the torch to him.
Yeah.
You feel me?
He did.
Like it's real deep. Like that. That's like the Lakers trading Kobe.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's as great as Kobe, but that's like the Lakers trading Kobe. You
But
feel me?
it's
Like
not that crazy because if you look at Luka's numbers, compare them to any NBA player in the last 10 years, your eyes are gonna pop out your head.
Yeah.
if
I
you
was
look
gonna
at his
pop out.
numbers,
Money, bro, because we not making that type of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, it's not even just about the money. It's about the stats and the players. You know what I'm saying? Like the stats and the way they, how the way they
maneuver,
how they maneuver, and how they, you know what I'm saying, position
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
So you can't really say it's the money. You feel what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
certain type of people gonna do certain types of things in certain type of situations. You feel what I'm saying?
But at the same time, think about how we live. Think about when you get a meal. That's a lot of fucking money.
You can't say that because to a millionaire, a millionaire,
So millionaire, yeah, that's
Yeah.
nothing. You're right.
Let's
I'm
get
saying?
out, man.
You
But
make
hey,
a point. That's a-
let's keep it moving.
Keep rolling.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right,
My
so
bad. Yeah,
from
that was
the
a-
still on basketball, from the Mavs to the Wizards. So-
my fault to double back.
Yeah.
AD and Kyrie getting hurt.
That's a
That-
funny.
that
that's
makes-
actually what we wanted to talk about.
Hey, I don't mean to be unprofessional, but he
No,
he going
yeah.
No, yeah, he's
Yeah,
spitting.
no,
He's
he's doing
spitting.
good. He's spitting.
I enjoy. I enjoy.
Hey, you need to get involved.
He open. He see open. All right.
What you think, bro?
Hey,
Hey,
What we on? What we talking about?
I'm giving a point. I want to.
Yeah.
I want to.
So and we almost done. We're gonna wrap up soon, but
All right, let's get
the
to
the current subject is the Wizards and what they should do
We
moving
gonna get to the
forward.
Cody shit.
Okay, with the Wizards. So,
What?
That's bottom.
Oh, we'll get. I'm gonna pop in there, but go ahead.
so you feel like the trade with Kyle Kuzma, you feel like that was
Nah,
Hell no.
that shit is trash.
that was-
Go off. Everybody go
Nah,
off.
you want to tell you? the
No,
truth?
let me go off because
Go ahead.
I'm a Lakers fan. If you follow sports,
Kyle
you know
Kuzma
he
was
came
on-
from the
Kyle
Lakers,
Kuzma
right?
was on the Wizards though.
Kyle
Yeah,
Kuzma,
but they traded him.
yeah, he came from the
I'm saying,
Lakers.
he was on the Lakers.
Then he
They
went to the
traded him
Wizards.
to the Wizards.
Yeah,
Now he's on Dallas.
yeah. Now he's you're right.
So that's what I'm
So
saying.
Go ahead. No,
Kyle Kuzma not no scrub, right?
Nah,
But he not he not the type of guy you be like, we pick him up, all right, that's a piece towards a championship, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think it was necessary, but I mean, if he elevate his game, it could work out. I don't know though. We'll see.
But it's like the Wizards made a lot of good moves this offseason, but it's still not clicking like that. That Bilal dude was going off like first 3 weeks, and then just straight cold. It makes you think they have a coaching staff problem. over there.
So
like nobody wants to come make the team good.
So
You
you
know
want to tell you what the problem is?
Done came in, done kicked it, and then just went cold after.
So you want to tell you what the problem is?
Yeah.
You want to tell you what the problem is?
Mhm.
What I told you yesterday. Nationals don't got that problem.
They don't.
Capitals don't have that problem.
Now the Commanders.
Do you know why?
Just
Do you know
hold
why?
on,
though?
let me say.
Go ahead.
Commanders don't refresh that problem.
Mhm.
They have to look at what's going on around them
Mhm.
to understand what they have to do next.
Mhm.
It's management issues.
Yeah.
But
It's not just based off the team. It's not just based off the team and the players. It's management issues. Because
Like, there's no appeal from the
what happened at Dan Snyder left?
Yeah.
What happened when the Capitals won the chip?
Mhm.
What happened when the Nationals won the chip?
Well, the funny part about the Nationals, they won their chip and then they traded away all their best players.
But you know why they did that?
Like
You know
Juan
why
Soto.
they did that? Because they had the money to do that.
Yeah, they did. You're right. Yeah.
But let's get back to the topic at hand.
What the Wizards need to
The
do?
Wizards have to follow protocol.
Uh-huh.
They have to see what's going around with the other teams in the
They
whole
see.
space.
They see. Trust me, they see.
They
They need-
right.
they
you
need
right.
to
They
get-
see it. They see it. But it's time to execute.
How
Listen,
many-
listen,
how many-
listen,
what's
But
the-
it's going to take time to
what's the
rebuild.
current-
It's going to
what's
take
the
time.
current, Wizards record right now.
Listen. Just let me
I just want
let
to
me
find
just say
out how
this.
far off the pace they
Hold
are.
on,
from
No,
the
let's
playoffs.
get
Yeah, go ahead.
let's get it shit off.
I know you want to get into your.
Go ahead. Yeah.
But I want to ask y'all this one question.
Mhm.
Being the Wizards,
Mhm.
right? I know that y'all you were talking about management, how you bring up management. So therefore, do you think they need a small forward and a center to
See,
make them whole again?
You're going in the direction I was about to go.
Speak on
Not
that.
necessarily a position, right? But they need to find a star.
Yeah, somebody
They need to
that's
get
gonna
luck, maybe luck, or maybe they just need to put in the extra work to find somebody like a Luka Doncic,
Yeah.
like a Kobe
Crazy
Bryant or
recruitment.
something like that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
just
Somebody that come in,
scene.
end up being cold, right? Everybody start. It's like Jaden Daniels. It's the same thing.
All right, they had Bradley Beal. I'm trying to make sure I'm on point. They had Bradley Beal. They had Kyle Kuzma.
John
They
Wall.
had John Wall. They had all these people
Hey, y'all
there.
forgot about Karan Butler?
Karan
Dude,
Butler.
cold, bro.
Jerry Stackhouse. Let's talk about it. They had. I got the jerseys downstairs. They had all the pieces.
When they had, my fault to cut you off, but when they had Bradley Beal, and they had Kyle Kuzma, and they had John Wall,
Management.
where was the big man?
That's a good point.
All right,
The
all right,
big
all
man
right.
they had was some European dude.
Hold on.
Boyan was trash too.
Hold on.
No.
If we're gonna talk about the big man,
Gotart, whatever his name
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
if we're gonna talk about the
Yeah,
big
that nigga was
man,
not
bad.
good.
if we're gonna talk about the big man,
He
we're
can't
gonna talk
score.
about
And you
hey,
need scoring centers in the
if we're
league.
gonna talk about the big man, the
Yeah.
big man, that's been their biggest problem. What they had Juwan
John Howard?
no, what was like Juwan something.
John Jennings?
No.
That's a football player.
Nah, it was they had people. Juwan Howard, if I'm not mistaken.
John Howard, yeah.
It was Juwan Howard.
Yeah, they had people in the big center league in that big center role
Mm-hmm.
that couldn't fulfill that role because when it comes to a team to be dominant, you need to have the point guard, small forward. Yeah, it's the whole team.
The problem around that, the problem around that time was that they didn't have a lot of depth.
Mhm.
They relied too much on John Wall, and then when they got Bradley Beal, they relied too much on them too, right? They didn't have a big man like y'all saying, so it's like it's no wonder John Wall got hurt. The nigga was balling his fucking ass off. The last time I remember them being in the playoffs was like 2014.
14, yeah. Yeah, it was.
When it was close.
And it was a first round bounce, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember.
First round bounce. I remember like it was like John Wall was like dealing with the injury. He kept going on and off and right into the playoff game.
What he's
Yeah.
been
He
doing
had low
since.
numbers,
They
yeah.
ain't been doing
I remember
shit.
that.
Then again,
Mhm.
another reason why they bounced like how they bounced in that first round,
Mhm.
Because a lot of these teams, a lot of these great teams, a lot of these good teams have a bench.
Yeah,
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 depth.
they
A
do.
bench
Yeah,
that will put up points.
Depth.
Yeah.
That's what I
that's
said.
facts. Hey, look at
Wizards-
Golden State. Golden State
Wiz-
always had a good bench. Yeah.
They ain't had no
Honestly,
depth.
be out there. Do the Wizards have a bench?
That's what I
No.
just said. Nah,
Yeah.
they need depth. They ain't had no
Yeah.
depth.
And you gotta
See,
get that
and that's what leads the teams to chips, having depth
That
on the
bench.
team. You gotta have somebody that you gotta have the sixth man. You gotta have the person that can come off the bench and spark shit.
And lead. And
You gotta have the person.
you gotta
come
have
off the bench and
somebody
spark
that
shit.
comes off that bench
You ever
and
seen the movie?
lead,
You ever seen the movie Six Man?
and lead the secondary unit. You feel me?
Hey, I want to bring up.
Okay, yeah. Let's, because we need to start moving
Yeah.
on.
I know it's not. I know we
Let's
don't have it
wrap
down
up.
here, but it's like a quick, like 2-minute discussion.
Go ahead,
And
go
that's
ahead.
when y'all opinion about
I'm
it.
gonna
Right.
time you. You got
Right.
this.
Okay. Fine.
Wait.
I can do this.
Go ahead,
I'll
talk.
explain
No,
to
you
y'all.
can't, bro. I got you. No.
Give me
Go
3
ahead.
minutes.
Go
You
ahead.
the
Just
fake.
talk.
Give me
Just talk.
3
Just
minutes.
talk.
3? Okay.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Go.
All right. Wait.
That's my
Start over.
fault.
Start over. Let me get my thoughts together.
Damn, nigga.
All right. Okay. Go ahead. All right.
All right. Now.
So, I know any of y'all watch soccer. Nobody watch soccer.
I watch soccer.
You watch soccer, right?
Barcelona fan.
You like Barcelona? Yeah,
like
me too. I like Barcelona. I'm Man United too. So, all right.
Hell,
Yeah. I mean, everybody
me
says
and
that.
mom.
I know, right?
Come on, bro. Got
So basically, what happened, right? Earlier last week, there's a very popular soccer pundit. His name is Jamie Carragher. He used to be a center back for a big team, Liverpool. You ever heard of them before?
Yeah, of course.
England, right? So earlier this week, they're discussing one of the best players in the league is a forward. He's a forward from Egypt, and he's been one of the best players in like the last decade. His name is Mo Salah, right? And because he's from Egypt, he's been very underrated. Like, has never been like Ballon d'Or. Like, those are the awards like Messi and Ronaldo are winning, right? But he's always been like second, third, and stuff like that. And basically, Jamie Carragher's point was that he's never won the Ballon d'Or because he has never won a major competition. He
That's what I'm saying.
accidentally implied that there's a competition that happens every 2 years. It's called African Cup of Nations. It's very important for soccer because it happens middle of the season during the regular team seasons, right? For the international, right? He was implying that African Cup of Nations is not as important as all the other competitions in the world, right? So people got upset. They was like, yo, you're kind of racist. His defense was, no, I'm just saying that AFCON needs to do better at promotion, blah, blah, this and that. So my question to y'all is, do you think in modern society, in modern media, when black people create spaces for themselves, they're up for more scrutiny than the white spaces
For
that
sure.
white people?
I don't
And-
feel like it's like a racial thing and for that. Like that but you cause I watch soccer.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I like soccer.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I pay attention and all that.
Yeah.
I don't say it like it's a racial thing, but I just say it's more as a I ain't gonna say like management or television, but it's more like it's different. You know what I'm saying? Because you got different types of cups and different types of all that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So
yeah.
for that to be said
Mhm.
like that, he right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's
He-
right.
That's what I was gonna say.
No, he's
Yeah,
right
I was gonna
because
ask you to say
no. I was gonna say he's right because they should be getting more
exposure,
exposure and more lead time,
right?
just like the other team.
And they
You know
do
what I'm saying?
play like mid season. Like I haven't seen that in any other
Right.
like continent
Yeah.
like competition.
So let me say this: as somebody that doesn't watch football as much as y'all probably watch football,
Mhm.
as someone that watches this occasionally,
Mhm.
I remember explaining to my uncle who's from Alabama,
Mhm.
who watches college football, he knows all this shit.
Mhm.
And I remember in the summer we were watching football, and I was showing him.
Mhm.
I said, "Bro, I've been watching this shit since high school,
Mhm.
but I ain't been that consistent. I'm
Right.
still learning things."
Mhm.
I agree with what y'all saying,
Mhm.
but at the same time, you know what I think still comes through a value is that these people that come through, they're not as valued
Mhm.
because we as because it's the difference between African American and Africans,
Mhm.
but we still need to have each other's back. But there's still a fact of that they go out there and they get called the N-word hard as a motherfucker, bro.
Mhm.
They're not promoted just as hard. So when it comes to us trying to uplift a cup,
Yeah.
even if it's in Africa, it needs to be on the same standard as the European cup, as a cup that's in fucking space. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, how many niggas do you see out there on the field playing football? You see a lot of niggas. Let me finish. Oh, you see a lot of niggas that are dark out there, and they could be Brazilian, they could be African, they could be from Spain. It doesn't matter. My whole point is that shit should be just valued as hard. Because no matter what the situation, when your skin is a little darker, you still get devalued in the whole fucking thing, and that's the problem. Go ahead.
We're gonna talk about this Steph Curry villain arc that's going on.
Keep it quiet. Let's keep it quiet right now. Let's keep it quiet right now.
So this year, you know, Steph Curry been more so like, you know, on some gangster shit. You feel me? You feel me? And we gonna touch on our opinions.
Steph Curry.
I love that shit,
Bro, I love it.
love that shit. And I think it's great.
I'm gonna let you get your shit off.
Let them talk.
Hold on. Let Zed get his shit off first.
Let the host get this shit off, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say because we're not gonna take too long on this topic, but I think it's great for the NBA. You feel me? Because and it's ironic because he's known as the babyface assassin. You know, light skinned, pretty boy.
Oh, I got
short nigga, right?
I got so much to say.
No. Good.
Let's 3, 2, 1 it up because we got to clip back in after that.
No.
So yeah, like I said, I think it's good for the NBA. A lot of the NBA is just the NBA is full of divas, and that's kind of what, like,
you know what?
That's part of a bigger problem that I feel like is driving people away from the NBA.
This is sports in general.
No, it's sports, but the NBA is just literally just
divified.
Like Anthony Edwards is the face of the NBA, but that's the most.
But he don't even want to be the
I've
face.
ever seen. Yeah,
he don't even want to be.
He don't want to be the face.
Complains about everything, bro. Doesn't even. He's a beast, though.
Anthony Edwards.
That's not the guy.
Anthony Edwards is reminds me of Micah Parsons.
Yes.
All right.
They're the same person.
Yeah. All right. So now we on that topic as far as like how the NBA is moving and how everybody's divas. Like, I'll be real with y'all. I haven't been interested in watching NBA at all.
It should be more like
but if I can say, if I'm looking at the stats and looking at how shit's going, OKC is spanking shit.
They're going.
But that's why I feel like Steph Curry villain art is good for the NBA.
So let's go back to the Hill Clout. I'm gonna bring the Hill Clout perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a good guy at heart. I love this shit. I love everything that I put my you know what I'm saying, my energy into. But sometimes you gotta play the villain. Because you don't get respected until you play the villain. When you press record, I'm gonna say
recording.
All I gotta say about Curry, shout out to getting 4K, man. Mr. 4K.
Yeah.
Shout out to 4K, man.
And he did it in his villain arc.
He did it in his villain arc. He showed y'all that he was about that shit. You know what I'm saying? He'll cloud up.
And the rest of y'all NBA players, man, be a
Get
fucking
y'all
man.
fucking bag.
Suck that shit up, bitch.
Y'all clip that resurface.
Cause I don't give a fuck, man.
Steph Curry's performance at the Olympics, I think against was it Serbia? What country was it? So
I'm not.
Y'all on
he
bitch
hit like
NBA. Y'all
last
on
second
fucking
three.
bitch nigga tendencies.
But yeah, to sum it up, it's like a stark contrast nowadays with some of the vets in the NBA. They're all villains now. I love it.
Yeah, but a lot of them are divas. Like, they complain and bitch about every single thing.
Yeah.
They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, put in the work, bro.
That's true.
I grew up watching Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan.
Right.
We grew up watching the real
Like,
shit.
I'm not saying everybody has to be like them, but like that competitive
like
side
that.
to it, like, man, tough
All right, so
that
It
shit
needs
out.
to get more like the WWE.
You talking about you talking about
WWE status.
The NBA needs to get more like the WWE.
Yeah.
Like,
NBA's already
it used
on
to be
WWE.
like that.
Hey, no, the funny thing about that is NBA is already on WWE. They got NBA players on WWE 2K coming soon.
So let's talk about wrestling, right? Specifically WWE for this episode.
Yep.
We're gonna speak on the John Cena heel turn.
Yeah.
Because that's
I
another
got to say,
look. That's a
Yeah,
perfect
yeah.
contrast. That's another person who's in his villain arc right now.
Yeah.
And we
And
see
he
how it's
deserved
working.
to be in his villain
Yeah,
arc.
and we see how it's working for the for wrestling, right? That's why that was my point about
Steph
the
Curry.
NBA. But
Yeah.
the whole, John Cena spent his whole career, well, most of his career, right, being a good guy. Now he done turned heel, and it's attracting, like it's making things more exciting.
It happened after that Peacemaker show.
All right, so
True.
so
Yes.
so, all right, so let me get you into perspective. Hulk Hogan, eat your vitamins,
I don't
say your
like that.
prayers.
I don't like that guy.
No, I don't
I'm
like
just-
him either. I'm
I'm
putting it in perspective.
Right, Rax? We don't like that.
I'm putting in perspective. Hold on,
Yeah.
wait,
Hogan, we don't
before
like
you hop in, let me.
You
get
had
my
to
shit
stand
off.
like behind somebody, or something.
Before you get your before you do
Oh,
that.
go ahead. Yeah, it's
All I'm saying is, you had Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold, all these Shawn Michaels, all these key players. The fans love them. Babyface. Oh my God, this person. But when they step into that villain bag, John Cena, we watch him be Dr. Thugonomics. We watch him roasting people. Oh, surprise! You got fries in your eyes. Like we watched that shit.
Spitting on the mic, freestyling.
We watched
dissing
Cena come
people.
from the villain. We watched Cena be the villain already. People of the new age, of now,
They don't
understand.
Yeah, they don't have
All
those
they know is hustle, loyalty, and respect.
Yeah.
They don't know Dr. Thugonomics. They don't know the nigga that was pissing on Taker's grave. They don't know the person that was talking about Eddie Guerrero's have hydraulics in his ass. They don't know that shit, bro. Like they don't know the real John Cena.
But that's why it's so it's so captivating for like the current audience, because a lot of us did see it, and it's like refreshing to see it again. Like,
Yeah.
damn,
As
finally,
a me, you, or Rex.
Yeah.
That is refreshing because we watched wrestling from the top to the bottom. We seen it come from up to down.
You know the crazy thing though?
we seen his whole
Like,
career.
I was about to say we watched the whole thing. And
His
even,
whole career.
Like Carl, no, even them, no. Like I'm not about to sit here in front, bro, or try to cap for anybody. Like I didn't watch the entire career. I watched a good portion of it.
You watched the way he
And
was
I saw what it went to, and like he never was a full heel. But the thing
Yeah, that's
was
true.
is that you saw when
played that role.
you saw little things in there that was like maybe this could turn to a specific point, right?
Nah,
Right,
take-
Carl? Like
nah,
oh wait, let me say this.
Go ahead.
You could see where specific points is. Even when he came out, he started rapping in the ring. It felt heelish, but he never.
I was about to
a
say,
full, yeah, he never
is
was a
heelish-
full heel.
Is
Nah,
heelish
he
a
did
word
go- he
that
did go
is like
full
that's a
heel.
term? That
What? When did he go heel?
2003 to 2004.
But there's a lot of people that could denote that say that he never did.
Nah, no.
So what
You
was the
can't-
point
you
where
can't-
he
you
went
can't
full
denote that.
heel?
You can't denote that. When he was going against Taker, when he was going against Taker back in the day in 2003, when he was pissing on Taker's grave, that was heel. You can't say he was never heel. He was heel from the beginning. When he started off Dr. Thugonomics, when he was coming out rapping and talking shit about everybody, that was heel. That was heel. He was heel. When he started off, before you loved John Cena, when he was throwing up this shit and doing all that, he was a fucking heel. There's no way around that. You can't shape it. You can't say he was playing part-time. No, he was always heel from the beginning. Where he started off, he was always heel. When he wore the Kangos and he was with Boo Boo Cannon and all that shit, he was heel. I'm saying the only reason why a lot of niggas can't attest to that because they didn't watch that. They didn't see that. I'm telling you from a nigga that watched that and seen that. He was heel when he came when he slapped Kurt Angle, ruthless aggression. He slapped Kurt Angle. My fault.
Yeah, I ain't Kurt Angle, motherfucker.
No, my fault.
I know.
No, that was Kurt Angle he slapped.
No.
Yeah, let's not get unprofessional about it.
No, I didn't mean to do that.
I'm
I didn't mean to
joking.
do that. When he went up to Kurt Angle and he was saying ruthless aggression and he slapped him, he was babyface. He was babyface when he was doing all the other shit. When he was prototype.
Yeah.
When he came back, when Stephanie McMahon heard him rapping in the fucking back of the truck or the tour bus, or whatever,
Yeah,
he turned that to Dr. Thugonomics. He came out and he was full heel. He was heel when he fought The Undertaker. He was heel. When he fought Brock Lesnar, he was heel. When he fought Eddie Guerrero in the Latino street fight, he was heel. All that shit was heel shit. That's what I'm saying. Y'all can't say that he was no, he always been, he was heel and turned babyface.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying is to add context to this, right? So I heard you talk about like back when he was like the thugonomics here, right? So I watched recently, and keep in mind I'm not too privy to wrestling, but I watched that documentary that's on Netflix, the Vince McMahon documentary, talking about how he was searching for talent, right? So kind of like after like Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, stuff like that, kind of got phased out. You know, you got John Cena. That era where he had John Cena, that coincided with the era where rap kind of like overtook like rock, right? So when he was heel back then, it's because rap was like edge, but rap became like.
All right, so I'm gonna break the barrier on that.
Yeah.
Around that time, you're right. That's when 50 Cent was coming up.
Yep.
So that's where he got the "You Can't See Me" was from Tony Yayo. So when he got the "You Can't See Me," that was from Tony Yayo.
Crazy, you know that.
So if we're gonna go and piggyback off of that, what happened was rap was so privy around the time of 2005. He made it a thing to make that a thing. So every belt that he won, it turned to a spinner. Everything like it, because they knew that was hot at the time. You know what I'm saying? But when it came down to it, he played his role.
Yeah.
He played his role.
I feel like it's good for the time. Like, you know, wrestling always finds a way to have that one storyline right before WrestleMania
that bring you back in.
I think that was perfect, man.
And that was actually.
I've actually seen people talk about this that they wanted this to happen before it even happened. You feel me?
It should have been happened.
Should have been happened.
So to go back to what we was talking about, where the heel turn started with Travis Scott, The Rock, and John Cena. I felt like that was the perfect time to do that because it made the people. Remember when we watched The Rock and fucking John Cena fight on my laptop in the fucking car? We was watching that show at the laptop.
Yeah, the WrestleMania joint.
Yeah, we was watching that show at the laptop. To see them working together now, long-term storytelling.
Yeah.
To see that now, both of them in the same positions.
Yep.
Because you know what that's going to lead to? Cody being in that same position.
One day, it's going to happen.
So when you put your perspectives in all together and you see how things is lining up, this is the perfect thing that could happen for WWE because WWE needed this.
And and
not prior to any other wrestling promotion, but WWE
they needed
specifically. They needed this because what story are they going to tell to lead it to WrestleMania? We got Jey Uso and Gunther.
So yeah, I was about to touch on that. Like
that's cool.
Another good thing,
but we got to get to the main meat and potatoes.
Yeah, something that's like
something's gonna hold substance.
Yeah, because I was about to say another good thing that's happening is the whole Jey Uso thing. I mean, a lot of people
love that shit.
A lot of people would disagree.
If Jey Uso win, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
Like he hit that's not too crazy to wrestling. Like what happened with Jey Uso?
He won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he won the Royal Rumble, so he's going to WrestleMania to contend for a belt, right?
Okay.
And it's big because of the whole his backstory, how he came up. Like
he was like kind of like a side character, right?
Not even that. Kind of, but he was part of a tag team when he came in. Him and his twin brother.
Yeah.
Then he joined the group, the Bloodline, right?
Yeah, Bloodline. I remember that. Yeah.
So it's like he was never pushed as like a main guy. Like he standing on his own, and now to see him stand on his own is like it's a big moment.
That's kind of like what's crazy that I used to watch a lot of wrestling when I was a little bit younger.
Yeah.
Like
we all do.
High school and stuff, right? And that's kind of how I saw like Seth Rollins. Because I came back years later, I'm like, why is Seth Rollins fighting for the WWE Championship? This guy was like backup character back in the
Yeah, he's part of a group.
The group was called,
the Shield.
The Shield, yeah, Shield, yeah. They used to go crazy too.
Yeah.
They was out there.
But
was kind of like a miniature.
The crazy thing is that all three of the members are like megastars now.
Yeah.
But there's this clip, right, of Paul Heyman talking to Big E. I don't know if you know who Big E is.
Yeah, I know Big E. Yeah.
So he's talking to Big E. It was deep, man. Like I feel like he's going off script. He was like, this is before Big E got hurt, I think. He was like, what you gonna do in the next 10 years? It's gonna be amazing. He's like, I'm glad I'm like front row seat to see it, right? But he said, I'm talking to you, I guess. But Big E, right? Big E was a part of the New Day, a group. But Big E had the potential to be that main guy, right? So he told him, he said, one day you're gonna have to leave that behind, that group. He said, look at he gave Roman Reigns as an example. He said, look at Roman Reigns. You should be a part of the Shield.
Yeah.
Probably like the least coolest person of that group, right? Now he's the biggest star in fucking wrestling, in all of wrestling.
Hold on. What you didn't know, what they did, probably you did, or probably what you didn't. I know you know over there, my boy. Roman Reigns, The Rock, and the Uso brothers, they all cousins.
Yeah, Samoans.
Yeah,
They all cousins.
And
So,
being that's my next question for you, right? My
Right.
next question for y'all. In fact, I don't know where he is. But the next question for y'all. So, who do you think is more fitting for the WWE champ? Who do you think is more fitting that will really fit that position?
Like, who would be the best version?
Yeah, who's the best version?
I mean, outside of the current one, who's Cody, I would have him. But if not him,
Jey Uso.
You said Cody?
yeah, Cody. I mean, he the current champ.
I just like
I
Jey
know
Uso.
he's the current champ, but he's not fitting for that.
Jey Uso whole
I
vibe,
disagree.
his whole character, his whole swag. I feel like that plays into like modern like culture, right?
Yeah.
All the other Jones, all the other guys, they remind me of like
That's a solid
90s,
question because
2000s
I
wrestling.
would have to think, man. Like, and mind you, I'm not like as heavy on wrestling as like Rex or Carl, but I mean, off rip, it's really hard to say. I would have to go like a big man though, right? I don't know. It's hard to
And
say,
you
man.
can't say like a big man. Because a lot of big men.
Heavyweight, I mean.
Heavyweight, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And for me being like younger and me watching wrestling a little bit, I haven't been following up on it, but the championship that I think should go to, if you want to say big man, it's Kevin Owens.
Okay.
Kevin Owens he's really, you know what I'm saying? He's authentic and he really puts in that work. You know what I'm saying?
Rex, what do you think? What do you think?
I actually think Kevin Owens might get another shot one day. I may be far off. Like I said, I'm not too on current thing in wrestling, but I think he might get another shot one day.
But Rex, what do you think,
Um, I see where you're coming from. And my whole thing is that Kevin Owens been there for a while. And I like Kevin Owens. He's one of my favorite wrestlers, bro. And I think he should definitely get a point where he should get the actual WWE championship. But the way that Triple H books things, it's really about star power. Because think about like, okay, and if niggas want to talk wrestling, I can talk wrestling, bro. Cody left WWE because he was on that, they put him on that star power,
That gimmick.
that gimmick he had.
It was
that
corny
was
as
just so
fuck.
corny.
Yeah.
And he took a chance on himself to go to the Indies. And there's a lot of people that make fun of the Indies and shit, but the nigga literally went from NWA to New Japan.
They some
New
of the-
Japan is not an Indies.
They-
Whether
yeah, it's
you
not.
watch New Japan or not, it's a big fucking company, all right? So the thing is that when you go to Japan, niggas don't think of Japan of how we think of wrestling, bro. Them niggas think of Japanese wrestling as actual like a sport. Okay,
Hold on,
so
cut you
wait,
off.
let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Listen.
Feedback on that because you know where, King, what's his name? King Cloud or whatever. The tall dude, the big tall, the giant. Great Khali,
Yeah.
He came from there. You know what I'm saying?
He did a
came
few
from
matches
there.
out there.
And he was actually one of the greatest wrestlers ever to come from out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I know where you're coming from with that. I know where you come from. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I know where you come from.
All I'm saying is this: is that Cody did a lot of shit, and when he was in New Japan, bro, he had some matches that weren't all that good, but he had some matches that were pretty good. And when you go on that grind to take your actual, like, when you take a chance on yourself to go outside of WWE, because sometimes people think it's just WWE. When you take your chance to go outside of that and actually bet on yourself, you can come back and understand that there's so many different type of wrestling that you can maneuver. So I've been bored with Cody's whole run. But when it comes to Kevin Owens, bro, Kevin Owens is a great wrestler, bro.
He's a great wrestler.
But I think that him winning the champion is not in the foreseeable future. I think it would be cool to see Cena actually win. Why?
You said Cena?
Yes, and this is why I say this.
I don't think so.
This is why I say this, because him turning heel threw a lot of people off. What Carl said earlier made a big difference, because now I'm starting to think in different perspectives of, damn, that makes sense. And so many people were distraught. So if Cena won, like he won for like, I don't know, like he had the belt for like a couple of months or whatever, that'd be kind of cool to see that. Because think about this. Randy Orton feud? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Seeing niggas come up from the past where a lot of niggas was not hip. And I can't think of a lot of niggas' names at the top of my head right now, but I'm just saying, think about a lot of niggas that was in that era and niggas that was beyond that era. Because Stone Cold came and we were watching that shit. Stone Cold came and fought Kevin Owens
And the
a couple
WrestleMania.
years ago.
Yeah.
Think about seeing fucking Austin come back to be like, how dare you?
Yeah.
Think about like The Rock literally like Cena gets so much in his head, he's like, fuck you, Dwayne.
Yeah, like
I got the belt now.
I'm above you.
And he's like,
yeah.
oh, I'm the final boss. And he whips The Rock's ass.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
And then think about Cody coming back at the end of that, like the
And he
end of
turned
that.
heel.
And
It's
he's
heel
like,
versus heel.
fuck that. Because if Cody go heel, it's a wrap.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Because Cody has gone heel before, but I'm saying, think about Cody going heel right now. And Cody's like, I've been entertaining all y'all for all these years. I don't give a shit about all y'all. I got this belt. So my whole point right now is, I don't think Kevin Owens needs to be in that picture, bro. I think Cena needs to take that. And I could be wrong, because right now they're trying to capitalize off Cody. So obviously Cody's going to win probably. But I want to see something that's going to make me interested, bro. I watch wrestling. So for me, I just want to see something that's going to put me in perspective of actually giving a fuck. Because WWE right now, to me, is boring as hell.
All right.
It's boring, bro.
Up on time here.
All right.
Yeah.
Before my man's Rex touched on a lot of points, I'm stepping in on the back end. But wrestling as a whole is not as lit as it seems.
It's not.
But if I'm gonna keep it in a real perspective, if you want to watch some real wrestling, watch NXT and TNA.
We'll see. But nah, we gotta wrap things up, y'all.
This has been a little House Money Entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
This is just episode 1, man. We just getting started, man.
Fuck with us. Let's go.
One more question before you guys go, man. For all three of you guys. For all three of you guys.
All right.
Okay. Bryce James.
Bryce is going to surpass LeBron.
He's gonna be
Would
better.
you
No.
want him to go to the Lakers?
No. He needed.
You wanna know why I don't? You wanna know why I don't? Because I want him to face his brother one day.
Yeah. He needed to go against his competition. He needed to go against.
If you ask me,
Bryce
he
is better than Bronny.
he gonna be better. Yeah,
He's better than
He's better than Bronny.
and
he has potential to be better than
his
him.
build is better for one.
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
That motherfucker
that's true.
can dunk,
Plus he,
man.
Yeah.
he got them goggles on too, bro.
Yeah.
But
all
Niggas, bro.
Who's
all
the
jokes aside,
used to wear the goggles in the NBA?
a lot of
Larry Stoudemire, I think, right?
Rip Hamilton.
yeah, Rip Hamilton.
Rip Hamilton had
The
that.
But-
I ain't gonna lie, Rip Hamilton had the max.
He was cold,
But-
bro. That whole
but-
Pistons team was cold, bro.
Was it like Horace Grant or something?
Horace Grant,
a
too,
lot
yeah.
of,
Goggles?
but
All right, y'all. My back hurting. We gotta wrap this shit
yeah,
up.
we gotta
man.
wrap shit up. This House
Yeah,
Money
hot.
Entertainment.
Nah, I appreciate
You got-
everybody. I appreciate everybody in the background. Rex, Rocky, you know
You know
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying? We got everybody in here, but look,
Yeah, man.
listen. This is House Money Entertainment.
Yeah, man. We just
This
getting
is
started.
the beginning. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mean to be
beginning,
my
yeah.
fault, bro. This is just the beginning of what we got going on, man. This is more to come. More things in tune. We just want y'all to lock in and be focused and, you know what I'm saying, know what we got going on. But I'm going to let it go. This is Carl Fly.
The live stream is coming. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we gonna
Me
get-
and Zev working hard right now to figure it out. We getting things ready. We want to make sure it's perfect. We was not gonna make a live stream and to have y'all struggling to reload
Nah,
the video
yeah,
and
but-
blurry and stuff. So
But this
trust
is
me, we
content.
gonna get it done. So
But always remember, content is king.
Content is king, and house
always
always wins.
I'll
Feel me?
always want bro.
Motherfucker.
Last thing
That's
but
what I
not
was
least, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man, and don't miss an episode because we got a lot of good things coming. So
And then
Again,
before
yeah.
I just want to say one more thing. Stop putting fucking Jets on my TV on Monday and Thursday nights.
and Jerry Jones, bro, like your time is came, bro. Go fucking sit down somewhere. All right, man. Peace out, y'all.